Welcome to this edition of St. Peter's Insider. My name's Wes and I'll be your host, and joining me today from St. Peter's Preschool and Kindergarten is our newly appointed kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Wendy Burgain. Wendy, thanks for being here, and just want to ask you a couple questions to get to know you, but also to get to know this new fresh look that we're giving to St. Peter's Kindergarten. So first of all, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself, how you got into education, what your passion is?
Sure, it's great to be here. Again, my name is Wendy Burgain, and I am married to my high school sweetheart, Steve. We'll be celebrating 17 years this November. I have two children, a 14-year-old son, Nick, and an 11-year-old daughter, Abby. Abby is an alum of St. Peter's. She came here her 4-year-old year. My journey into the education world actually started 14 years ago with the birth of my son, Nick. He was premature and had some developmental delays for the first 2 or 3 years of his life. So that really opened the door into early childhood education and childhood development for me. I did a lot of research and a lot of studying just trying to help him, and that it stuck with me. I loved it. I found my passion, and so I continued to learn and get an education, and I ended up with my associate's degree in child development and my bachelor's degree in early childhood education and sociology.
Can you tell us a little bit about how long you've been teaching and been in the education world as a teacher?
Sure. I have been teaching in some form or another for over 10 years. I have been teaching preschool, all ages 3s and 4s, and I also had a couple stints in Christian education where I was an associate director for Christian education at a church over in Brevard County.
Wendy, if you had a characteristic or an accomplishment you would like for kindergartners to move to first grade with, what do you think that would be?
Well, obviously we want our kindergartners to graduate with a solid academic foundation for not only first grade, but their continued learning all through the elementary years. Another characteristic I would really love for our kindergartners to graduate with is confidence. Confidence in their ability to learn, confidence in their ability to problem solve academically but also socially, and just confidence in who they are as unique individuals and part of God's kingdom.
Let's talk curriculum for a minute. A lot of people ask questions about what we're teaching here at St. Peter's. Can you give us just kind of an overview of what the kindergarten curriculum is going to look like so that parents can understand really what their child's going to get when they come here?
Sure. We use mainstream curriculum here at St. Peter's. This year we will be incorporating roll-in reading, fusion science, and Forsman math. The difference here at St. Peter's is we adopt those into our play-based active learning philosophy. So we're not sitting at the tables doing a lot of worksheets. I'm not sitting up here at the board drilling facts. We are very active. We do a lot of hands-on discovery, science experiments. We do some community service in our social studies curriculum. And another unique thing to St. Peter's is we are also able to weave in biblical foundations and biblical literacy into all aspects of our curriculum as well.
Finally today, for those who are looking at kindergartens, what would you say to the family who's wondering if it's worth the investment to send their child to St. Peter's as opposed to the free kindergarten down the street?
Well, that is a really great question. People typically move to Seminole County because of our schools. I know that was a factor for my family when we moved here several years ago. We do have very strong schools here in this county. The difference with St. Peter's Kindergarten is it offers your child an extra year of developmentally appropriate education where we look at the whole child and we are not just focused on academics. We are able to give them the opportunity to grow and learn at their pace, focusing on their strengths and their needs. And once again, we also are providing mainstream curriculum that's taken up a notch. We are offering all sorts of great experiences that a smaller class can offer, such as a lot of hands-on learning, a lot of science experiments, lots of field trips, lots of community service opportunities. These are all things that make St. Peter's special and why you might want to invest.
Wendy, I can't thank you enough for being with us on this edition of St. Peter's Insider, and I hope that you've gained some knowledge as to what is so special about our kindergarten here. And we look forward to seeing you and your child involved with us next year. Thanks so much.